Have you been feeling lately like you're stuck, lost, overwhelmed, like a shell of yourself, and you're not really sure what to do next? I know how that feels because I've been there too. I'm Coach Carly and I'm truly, truly living my dream life, but it hasn't always been this way. I've been supporting people from all walks of life since about 2006 to step into a life that they truly, truly love by being their authentic selves, free from the baggage that's holding them back. But rewind to 2010, and I was a shell of my former self. I was stuck, lost, anxious, depressed, even suicidal at times, and I really, really wasn't myself. After having spent years helping other people through their traumas, their dramas, their mental health issues, having shit boundaries, putting myself last, being a people pleaser, I fell into a heap of depression, of helplessness, of hopelessness, and I couldn't see a way out for a while. For months, I felt really, really unhappy. I didn't know how to crawl out of it. I was in chronic pain. I was signed off work because I had lower back issues, and I just didn't know how to crawl out of it myself. Here I was, the one that was known for helping other people, and yet I'd never felt so lost before. And all my friends that knew me as being the helper didn't know what to do. I was doing everything I could to try and feel better during that time, but I felt like all it was doing was stopping me from completely losing my shit. I was on the verge of giving up. And while my brain never really got to a space where I wanted to completely end it all, I could definitely see how I was teetering on the edge of going in that direction. If you were someone that was looking from the outside at that point, you might have thought that I was doing okay. But the truth is, I was barely hanging on by my fingernails. And then I started to find the breadcrumbs that helped me to drag myself out of the mud. Over the next few months and years, I learned a series of tools that really helped me to crawl out of that space that I was in. And these tools led me back to my true self, a best self, a version of myself that is so much better than I ever was before I learned these tools. I started to put these tools into a sequence that made sense, into a step-by-step formula that can help anyone who was in the space that I was in to crawl out at a much faster rate than I ever did on my own. And then I started sharing that sequence, that step-by-step formula with my clients, and saw that it had results with them as well. I realized that I discovered a step-by-step formula that could help to guide people out of that dark, nasty hole that I was into. And I started sharing it with my clients more and more, and I'm so glad that I did. And in the end, I decided to put this all into a From Surviving to Thriving online program. Finding this formula and committing to my own transformation has meant that I can now share this with other people and help them out of that dark and nasty hole that they're in. Because I committed to this transformation, every single area of my life is completely different. I've gone from being broke in $53,000 worth of debt with my house and mortgage collections to paying off all that bad debt and now living in my absolute dream house, which you can see behind me. I've gone from being in nothing but abusive relationships to finding the love of my life and living in this really healthy relationship. I've gone from abusing and disrespecting my body to living a healthy life. I've moved from London, where I didn't want to live anymore, to living in Australia and being a citizen of an amazing country. I moved through depression and into happiness. And I've moved from waking up wishing that I hadn't woken up to bouncing out of bed. But let's be real, this wasn't an overnight thing. There was no silver bullet, no magic pill. I did the fucking work. I really did hard work. And if you want to change your life, you're going to have to do the work too. I got obsessed with diving deep into personal development, learning all the coaching tools I could, reading all the personal development books I could, doing all the healings that I could, signing up for all the trainings that I could to learn everything that I possibly could about my own healing recovery. And now I love to share that with other people too. And the proof is in the pudding. I'm truly living my dream life now, and I've supported many other people to free themselves from the baggage that was holding them back. You can see the client transformations and client testimonials in this page here. Just flick through. If you haven't ever felt that moment of freedom where that weight lifts off your shoulders, just wait. It's coming, and it's so fucking amazing. In 2016, I decided to package all these tools that I'd learned into one course, From Surviving to Thriving. And that's what I'm sharing here with you today. This is the step-by-step formula that I wish I had when I was in that dark and nasty hole. I wish someone had said to me, here, do this in this exact direction, in this exact step-by-step formula. I created the course that I wish I had back then, when I was in that dark and nasty hole on my own, feeling really, really alone and not knowing where to turn or what to do next. I put this all together in a package for you so that you can follow this step-by-step formula to get you out of that space that you're in much quicker than I ever did. You'll be able to fast track to the good bit without spending the years, the time, the energy, or the money on everything that I learned, because I've put it all together here for you. If you're ready to join me, scroll down and check out the rest of the information. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the course.